Hello students, welcome back to our video. So in the last video we discussed about how to prepare the bank book with the help of an example. So now let's start with a new topic, that is petty cash book. What is petty cash book? So now let's look at the meaning of petty cash book. The book kept for keeping a record for the payment of small expenses is known as petty cash book. So in short, we can say that a book which is kept for recording the payment of the small expenses, then it is known as the petty cash book. Here the word itself says small cash book. Petty means small. The book which is used for recording the small expenses, that is known as petty cash book. When the volume of cash and bank transactions are more in respect of any trader, concern or unit, then generally to help main cashier and to keep him free from making payment and recording petty or small expenses, assistance, that is petty cashier, is employed. The main job of petty cashier is to pay and keep a detailed record of petty expenses. Petty expenses means to keep the detailed record of the small expenses. Petty cashier is given the responsibility for the same by the main cashier, and the required amount for the same is received from the main cashier. Normally, petty cashier is given a responsibility of the payment and the recording of expenses like postage expenses, tea and refreshment expenses, stationery expenses, freight expenses, wages expenses, etc. These are the petty expenses, or we can say small expenses. So these are the expenses which are given to the petty cashier to keep the record of the expenses. The book, that is cash book, kept by petty cashier for keeping a record for the payment of each expenses is known as the petty cash book. Petty cashier prepares the petty cash book and pays the specific expenses, so that the information of various types of expenses and the total amount paid by the petty cashier is available. These facilities work division and control on the cash transactions. So in short, we can say that petty cash book is a book which is kept for recording or keeping a record of the small expenses, that is known as petty cash book. And for recording such petty cash book, or we can say for recording small expenses, a petty cashier is hired and given the responsibilities for recording the petty expenses, or we can say small expenses such as postage expenses, tea expenses, refreshment expenses, stationery expenses, freight, wages expenses, and etc. Got it? Now let us look at the types of petty cash book. Petty cash book can be prepared in two ways. So there are two ways in which the petty cash book can be prepared. First one is simple or columnar petty cash book. Simple or columnar petty cash book. And second one is petty cash book on impressed system. Petty cash book on impressed system. So these are the two ways on the basis of which petty cash book can be prepared. Now let us look at the meaning of simple petty cash book. In this type of petty cash book, the petty cashier is given a fixed amount in the beginning. At the end of the given period, the main cashier gives more cash, and if required, as and when the expenses are paid, they are recorded in the petty cash book. For example, let's understand with the help of an example. So for example, in the beginning, rupees 1000 is given to the petty cashier, and if after the payment made by the petty cashier, he has the balance of rupees 50. And if more cash is required to pay other expenses, then necessary amount is given by the main cashier on the estimated basis. So for example, in a company, petty cashier is hired to record the small expenses. So the main cashier gives 1000 rupees to the petty cashier to repay the small expenses. But after the all the payment, if the petty cashier has paid for the tea and refreshments, postage expenses, and after payment of all the small expenses, petty cashier has the balance of rupees 50. Now petty cashier has rupees 50 with him, but if he requires more cash to repay the other expenses, then the necessary amount is given by the main cashier on the estimated basis. So this is known as simple petty cash book. When any such expenses is paid, then it is recorded in petty cash book in a specific column. And whenever petty cashier pays for the expenses, then he records that expenses in the petty cash book, each and every small expenses in the cash book, petty cash book. So when any such expenses is paid, then it is recorded in the petty cash book in a specific column for the different expenses, which can be seen in the following specimen, or we can say format of the petty cash book. So here format of petty cash book is given. So for that, the first column would be the receipt, then second column would be the date, then third column would be the particulars, then fourth column would be the voucher number, then fifth column would be the total amount paid. Then you have to make the columns of particulars of various expenses, like which expenses. So carriage expenses, postage expenses, stationery expenses, tea and refreshment expenses, and other miscellaneous expenses. Then next column would be the LF number, and the last column would be the personal account in the ledger in rupees. So this is the format of the petty cash book. Now let's see the meaning of each. In receipt column, you have to write in this column the opening cash balance and amount received from the main cashier would be recorded. So in the receipt column, the opening cash balance with the petty cashier and the amount which is received from the main cashier would be recorded in the receipt column. Then in the date column, the date on which cash is received or expense is paid, then it is recorded here on which date. Date is recorded on the date column. Then in the particulars column, the particulars of expenses paid is recorded here, and if the amount is received from the main cashier, then it is credited to main cashier's account. Then in the voucher number column, the number of the voucher prepared while making payment of expenses or the number of the receipt received is recorded here. Then in the total amount column, if more than one expenses are paid, then the total of expenses paid on a particular date, then it is recorded in this total amount column. Then particulars of various expenses. Separate columns are kept for various specified expenses to be paid by the petty cashier. As seen in the above from the petty cash book, separate columns are kept for the carriage, postage, stationery, tea and refreshments, and the other miscellaneous expenses. When the given expenses is paid, then it is recorded in the respective column at that time in the petty cash book. Then LF number column, the page number on which the ledger account of the expenses is paid is open in the ledger is shown here. If required, the ledger folio number of the personal ledger account is also shown here. And then in the personal account in the ledger, in this column, when the transactions take place with any person, it is recorded in this column. For example, if some amount is given as advance salary to any employee, then it is recorded in this column of the petty cash book, in the column of personal account in the ledger. So this was the description for the each column of the petty cash book, what to record in which column. So this was the fully description of the each column of the petty cash book. So now we are going to stop here. In the next video, going to stop here. We would be looking at the example for how to prepare the simple petty cash book. So here one illustration 9 is provided. Question says that from the following transactions, prepare petty cash book of Shri Bharat Bhai. So you have to prepare the petty cash book of Shri Bharat Bhai. So first of all, make the format of the petty cash book. Receipt column, date column, particulars column, voucher number column, total amount paid column, then particulars of various expenses, that would be wages, tea, refreshments, stationery, postage, carriage and other miscellaneous expenses, LF column, and the personal account in the ledger column. So make the format of the petty cash book, and on the top of the petty cash book you have to write the petty cash book of Shri Bharat Bhai. So now let's start with the first transaction. So these are the transactions taken place in the year of 2015 in the month of September. So first transaction says opening cash balance with petty cashier is rupees 3,500. So you all know that we have seen that opening cash balance is recorded on the receipt column, or if any amount which is provided by the main cashier, then it is also recorded on the receipt column. So first opening balance is given. So opening balance with petty cashier is 3,500. So 3,500 first of all would be written here 3,500. First of all, in that column write the year 2015. Then in the receipt column write the opening balance, that is given 3,500. You have to write date September 1st. To opening balance. In particulars, you have to show to opening balance. Got it? That's it. Now next is again on 1st September. Amount received from the main cashier is rupees 1,500. So again, whatever amount which is received from the main cashier is also recorded on the receipt column. So write the 1,500 in the receipt column first. Write the date 1st September. To chef cashier account, like this you have to show. To whenever you receive amount from the main cashier, in particulars you have to show like this, to chef cashier account. Got it? Then next one is 3rd September. Rupees 1,200 was paid for stationery. So write the date 3rd September. Stationery expenses were paid. So by opening balance, and whatever you will get the amount from the main cashier, you all know that it would be credited. That's why 2 is written. Correct? But here expenses, you all know expenses are always debited. So for the debit you have to write the by, and for the credit you have to write the to. So all the expenses are debited, so show by stationery expense account, in particulars column by stationery expense account. Amount is given, total amount paid is 1,200, and again you have to write that amount in the stationery amount column, in separate column, stationery column. Particulars of various expenses, in stationery column you have to again show 1,200. So amount one, first of all you have to write it in the total amount paid, and second amount in the stationery column separately. Got it? Okay. The next one is 4th September. Rupees 800 was paid for sundry wages. So this is also a type of expense, therefore it all will be debited. So write the date 4th September by sundry wages account. By sundry wages account. Total amount paid is 800. Again you have to write the amount separately in the wages column, 800, like this. Then next one is 5th September. Rupees 100 was paid for carriage. Same way, write the date 5th September by carriage expenses. Write the 100 in the total amount paid column and 100 in the carriage separate column, like this. Then on 7th September, rupees 200 was paid for the tea and refreshments. So write the date 7th September by tea and refreshment expenses account. Write the 200 first of all in the total amount paid and 200 in the tea and refreshment column again. separately in a tea and refreshment column. Then next is 8th September, rupees 250 was paid for the postage and courier expenses. Write the date 8th September by postage expenses account. Total amount paid is 250, and again you have to write 250 in the postage column separately. Then on 10th September, rupees 1200 was paid to Tushar towards the advance salary. So write the date 10th by Tushar account. 1200 would be shown in the total amount paid, but you all know that whenever money is paid to any person, then it is shown to the personal account in the ledger. So 1200 would be written in the personal account in the ledger, because here 1200 was paid to Tushar towards the advance salary. Therefore it would be written in the personal account in the ledger and in the total amount paid column. Then next one is 11th September, rupees 150 was paid for the carriage. Write the date 11th September by carriage expenses account. 150 in the total amount paid and 150 in the carriage column. Then next one is 12th September, rupees 180 was paid for the wages and rupees 170 was paid for the postal stamps. So for these two, you have to make the two amounts. So you don't have to pass the two. You can pass, but you have to pass in a one entry only. So write the date 12th September by wages and postal stamp account. So here you have to plus 180 plus 170. So it would become 350. So 350 would be written in the total amount paid, but you have to show 180 in the wages column separately and 170 in the postage column separately. Got it? Okay. The next one is 13th September. 150 was paid for tea and refreshment expenses. So write the date 13th September by tea and refreshment expenses. 150 would be shown in the total amount paid and 150 separately in the tea and refreshment column. Then 14th September, rupees 150 was paid for the carriage. So write the date 14th by carriage expenses. 150 will be shown on the total amount paid and 150 in the carriage column separately. And last one is 15th September, other miscellaneous expenses amounted to rupees 100. So 15th by miscellaneous expenses amount 100 in the total amount paid and 100 in the other miscellaneous expenses. Got it? It is very simple for preparation or for preparing the petty cash book. It is very, very, very simple. So this is how you have to pass the petty expenses in the petty cash book. So with this we have recorded all the transactions in the cash book. So next, at the last, we have to total all the column. Total the total amount paid column, wages column, tea and refreshment column, stationery column, postage column, carriage column, other miscellaneous column, and the personal account in the ledger column. Got it? Yes. And total, yes, also total the receipt column. So now if you receipt, now see, if receipt column total and the total amount paid column total, whichever total is higher, that total will be written in the total amount paid column and the receipt column. Then you have to minus the lower total out of receipt column. So you will get whatever you will get difference, that difference would be written here as 350. So that 350 is considered as, write the date 15th September by balance carried forward. And for the next month, you have to write here 350 in the receipt column. Write the date 2/15/16, not month. You have to for the petty cash book, next date would be written. So after 15th September, 16th September, by balance brought forward. Got it? So with this, now we have done with the preparation of the simple petty cash book. So if you have any questions or any doubts, please feel free to comment below the video. Thank you.